Well, good evening, y'all. Uncle Frank here. Uh, got a lot to talk about today. Uh, Current events in the political scene. Uh, as you know, the Republicans have pushed their sorry ass health care bill through the House of Representatives. Uh, it's a death sentence to millions of people. They obviously don't care. Now it goes to the Senate. It's going to have a little trouble getting through the Senate. Uh, I urge everyone to call your senators, urge them to vote against this bill. That's kind of out of our hands right now. It's up to our elected senators to save millions of lives. Let's hope they're human and will. So let's talk about today. Trump fired FBI Director Comey, the man who handed him or helped hand him the election. See, here's the thing. I don't go with this big thing of, well, if it hadn't been for Comey's statements a few days before the election that Hillary would have won. I don't go by that because I think Hillary had already fucked herself out of the election. Nobody wanted Hillary. I think without those, it would have been closer. She might have won, but she was not a walk-off, and I knew she wasn't at that point. People just didn't want her. But he fires Comey, which is strange because Comey helped give him the election, but Comey's also the man who's ramrodding the investigation that's liable to end him up in front of a impeachment hearings and in a federal penitentiary for the rest of his life for espionage and treason. So we don't know how that's going to happen, how that's going to play out. Uh, See a lot of, I'm looking at all these news flashes, and here's the thing I've come to realize about the resistance. And I want people to pay attention to this. The resistance is real. The resistance is trying to do the right thing. The problem is there is fake news. There's just too many extreme left-wing liberal groups. And I'm going to name one right off the bat. Occupy Democrats, or Democrats Occupy, whatever it is. See a lot of that on Facebook. And a lot of their stuff is just, it's wrong. It's just, it's wrong. I saw news that Trump is going to do away with parts of the Constitution. Well, it don't fucking work that way. In order to change the Constitution, one, 60 votes in the Senate ain't even enough. You got to have 67. He ain't getting 67 votes. And if he did get 67 votes, then it takes 2/3 of the state combined legislatures to change things in the Constitution. That ain't happening. But yet they put out, oh, he's going to change. Well, no, you're fear mongering and you're putting out fake stuff. And that actually hurts the resistance. That's things like that gives the conservatives the ammunition that they need to dig at us, to call us ignorant, to call us just fake news, that's all the resistance is about. Well, no, it's not. The resistance is about an honest effort to save democracy in this country. And we're not being helped by groups that are putting out fake news. We're not being helped by groups that are committing violent acts. We're not being helped by individuals and groups who are blocking roadways, who are impeding traffic and such as that. Now, I don't agree they should be run over. I don't agree they should be charged with felonies and locked away for 10 years. But they are hurting our cause. Peaceful protest. That's the only way to do it. Damaging property, causing problems, much less risking lives, is never going to endear the resistance and its cause to the American public, the vast majority of which is still not committed to either side of the aisle. So my advice is, if you hate Trump as much as I do, one, unless we get a lot of evidence that he just flat out intrigued with Russia and such as that, he's probably not going to be, he's not going to be impeached. That's a pipe dream. It's not going to happen. He's going to serve his term unless he quits, which I think is way more likely than an impeachment. But the thing is, what we have to do is look to 2018. We have to look to the midterms. We must take back control of the House of Representatives, and we must narrow the Republican margin in the Senate, if not take it back. We must do this so that we can hamstring Mr. Cheeto for the last 2 years of his term. Frustrate him, and then he won't want to run again. The next thing we have to do, we must find a viable candidate that we can run for president in 2020. And Bernie Sanders is not that person. We must find someone who is well known. We're a celebrity. And yes, if you're sitting there thinking, well, he's talking about Oprah, I'm not adverse to seeing her run, because I think, one, she has the finances, she has the media outlet, she can do it. Regardless of who it is, we must find someone. The last thing, we must make ourselves look respectable. We cannot be disrupting traffic. We cannot be damaging property. We cannot be threatening lives in any way, even through our actions putting someone at risk. We cannot do that, because that simply makes us look like shit, and it enables the Republicans, the conservatives, the Trump people to say, well, look at them. They're lawbreakers. They're criminals. They're disrupting American life. They're not really wanting about change. They're just criminals. We can't have that. We must be respectful. So keep those things in mind. That's my little message for today. I'm Uncle Frank. That's my view. It's the redneck truth. Y'all have a great day, and God bless.